And this is my story, Canadian birds. Bird shit falls on my face and I want to cry because before this, I've always liked pigeons. They look really cute in pictures and on TV, but I guess photographers and movie makers don't like capturing them scrounging and shitting. I look around and hope that no one has noticed. My parents are ahead of me, their backs turned. The old men around me are playing Chinese chess on stone tables. I frantically dig in my pockets for a handkerchief. Ai, 老周啊, 你来看. I jump. I flush when I see that the old men are laughing at me. Spotted fingers are pointing. Wooden soldiers are left without direction on their grid-like battlefields. Halted in my search for a handkerchief, I feel a glazed look slide over my face. My parents must have heard them, because they're also hysterical with laughter. I watch these people contort their faces and wheeze for air. My eyes prickle like crazy, but I won't cry. Don't just stand around, Dad finally chokes out. Get a tissue or something. I don't have one. Here, wipe it off. Stepmother, gasping for breath and her face bright red, offers a tissue. It's one of the individually wrapped tissues that they give out on airplanes. I read the Chinese characters on it. Sweet-smelling sanitary paper. I put it to my nose. It doesn't smell sweet. Don't hurry up and wipe it off. With that, Stepmother and Dad are gone again. I tried to hurry after them, but today I can't wipe and walk at the same time. My limbs simply will not cooperate. It's probably because I'm tired. My monkey watch tells me it's 10:32 p.m. in China. Stepmother should have sent me to bed 2 hours ago because she says I need to grow. But here in strange Dolandor, the bright cobalt sky permits no sleep. Roughly, I wipe my face with a tissue. The pigeon shed is slimy against my cheek. Warm and slimy. What an ugly combination. Stupid pigeon. It's all fat and gray. Canadian birds are so disgusting. No bird in China would ever defecate a loyal communist passerby, or the chairman would have them arrested and shot. That's what happens to anti-communist revolutionaries. I take a good look at the old men, who have resumed their games. Are they capitalist defectors? Is that why they're here in Dolandor? To escape their deserved punishment? I want to wave my red necktie at them. These cowards betrayed us, the capitalists. My necktie is red with the blood of loyal soldiers who died in murderers' hands. How can they still sit here and play their games and pretend to be Chinese? Traitors. A bunch of no-good traitors. This morning, Stepmother forced me to change the time on my watch to Dolandor time. I had to turn back 12 hours. But why should we go back in time? This is an evident sign of Chinese superiority. Our civilization is definitely ahead of the times. I cannot understand why these Uyghur in here should insist on turning back the wheel of progress. Don't argue, Dad reprimands, and hurry up. We must go grocery shopping. Because Mr. Liu's house, where we are temporarily staying, is, according to Stepmother, in the middle of nowhere, we must take the subway to get to a store. I stroll nonchalantly along the platform. I make sure to only walk in the yellow strip right along the edge. I am not afraid of the train. I am not afraid of falling in. Chairman Mao wants his people to be brave. Dad wants me to be brave, so I show them. A white watching me. The capitalist bagway bastard probably thinks that I don't know anything about taking the subway. I'll show him. We Chinese have 3 cities with full subway systems, while these Canadians only have 2. Don't step away from the edge. Stepmother's bony knuckles rap me on the head. I drift back resentfully. What? Laogong, why is your daughter looking at me like that? Her eyes dart to Dad, seeking support, but he averts his gaze. Donley, you really want to get killed. You want to get hit by the train. No? Then don't walk along the edge. And stop scratching your hair. You look like a monkey with lice. Laogong, maybe your daughter has lice. She doesn't. The response is clipped, automatic. You never know what sorts of dirty habits she picked up from your mother's house. Don't bring my mother into this. I knew we shouldn't have brought her along. Don't stop fidgeting. See what I mean? Dad throws her an impatient glance. That shuts her up. Stepmother silently fumes. Her skeletal hands worm to her purse. Out come a cigarette and a lighter. She holds the white stick between her lips and lovingly touches the tip to the flame. I wrinkle my nose. I hate the smell of cigarettes. I pinch my nostrils and watch her puff out smoke like a train engine. Then an Indian man approaches her. His maroon windbreaker says TTC on the sleeve. He says something, and stepmother flushes. She promptly stops out her cigarette and fervently repeats something to the Indian. Solely? Solely? I don't understand what she's saying. Neither does the Indian man, but he seems to be mysteriously satisfied. He leaves. What did he say, I ask? She glares at me. He said, if that child walks on the platform one more time, we'll call the police and have her arrested. She snaps her purse shut. Isn't that right, Lagon? I told you that you shouldn't smoke. They don't like it here.